You memorize Surah Fajr complete?
Yes.
Rahma? Okay. Can you recite it?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر والليالي والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك القسم الذي هجر ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الذات وما التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الذكر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين اتقوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد وثمود
فصب عليهم
فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه
ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن
وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم فلا تحاضون إلا طعام المسكين تكونون راس أكل لما وتحبون المال حبا جما كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأن له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي يوم إذ لا يعذبك عذابه أحد ولا يؤسك عذاب
وسقاه
وسقاه أحد
وساقه أحد.
ساقه أحد
يا أيتها النفس
أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي في جنتي.
Okay, then you need to revise it again and again. For 2-3 weeks, just revise the same surah. Don't memorize any new surah. Just revise it again, okay? Because you have mistakes. Okay, Ira?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Where is your brother?
He's with me.
Okay. Okay, Ira, which surah did you memorize? Ira, I wanted to talk to your mother.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, sister?
Good. How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah. Sister, I wanted to tell you that Ira is not regular.
Yeah, last week we were there, sister, but I think the class was cancelled, right?
No, not last week, the week before that. Yes. Yes, so one class was cancelled because I couldn't find my mobile and it was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
charged.
So, like before that, actually, we were, going to the masjid.
Okay.
I informed Sister Saba about it. We just tried for 2 weeks, sister.
Okay.
And like she's still going, but only on Saturdays. Sundays, their father is a little busy, so he's not able to take them.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have come back to
So,
the
sister,
class.
I just wanted to tell you that this class goes like that, that you have to, the whole week, you have to spend some time, little time with her so that she can memorize. And on the weekend, she can recite the surah. Okay. So,
Yes, sister, inshallah.
mashallah, Rahma is performing very well, and Ira
Yes,
is more intelligent. I know they are same intelligent girls, mashallah. Before she was memorizing, she was regular and she was memorizing everything, but now she is not performing very well. You should spend little
yes,
time every day, so that she can memorize.
yes, sister, inshallah, sister. I'm trying to do that, but I was a little busy. Like I started working again, so it was a little, like a tight schedule. From this week, inshallah, we will have our time back, and we'll try to
Help her to
see that.
memorize. Help her to
Yeah,
memorize. Yeah.
inshallah.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sister. Thank you.
Okay, Ira, which surah did you memorize, Ira?
शम्स याद है
Surah Balad? Surah Balad?
गलत याद है
Did
इतनी याद है अपने तो
you memorize Surah Balad?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
لا أقسم
لا أقسم بهذا البلد
وأنت
وأنت هل بهذا البلد
ووالد
ووالد وما ولد
لقد خلقنا الإنسان
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في
كبد.
كبد.
أيحسب
أيحسب أن
لن
يقدر عليه أحد.
يقول
يقول
أهلكت
أهلكت على اللبدة.
أيحسب أن لم يره أحد.
أيحسب أن لم يره أحد.
ألم نجعل له عينين
له عينين
ولسانا وشفتين
ولسانا وشفتين.
وهديناه النجدين.
Sister, she'll memorize it this week and tell you
Okay,
inshallah next week.
inshallah. All right. So, did you memorize? Where is your brother? What is his name?
Ayad.
Ayad. Ayad, can you recite Surah Ikhlas? Qul huwallahu ahad.
أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد. أحد الله الصمد.
لم
يلد ولا يولد
ولم يكن له
ولم يكن له
كفوا
كفوا
أحد.
أحد.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Good. Okay. Where is Nurani Qaida? Oh, where is Nurani Qaida? I don't know where is Nurani Qaida. Oh, I think so. Somebody deleted my Nurani Qaida. I will reinstall it. But for today, we are going to read this one. Okay. Can you spell it, Rahma? Can you spell this one?
Let's do it. Yes. Come on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Look on the screen.
Dab, Rob,
Ba-
Ish, Bull, Raspberry, Berry,
Za zabar za.
Barza, Berida,
Good, mashallah. Okay, this one.
Sword, Fish, Sword, Dersi, Hussi, Lam, Zabarla, Hussila,
Good, mashallah.
Sword, Dal, Zabar, Sod, Dal, Zabarda, Soddo, Kaf, Zabarka, Soddaka, Ain, Dal, Zabarad, Dal, Zabarda, Adda, Dal, Zabarda, Addada, Kaf, Dal, Zabarka, Dal, Zabarda, Kadda, Ra, Zabara, Kaddara, Kaf, Nun, Kaf, Dal, Zabarka, Dal, Zabarda, Kazza, Ba, Zabarba, Kazzaba, Nun, Ain, Zabarna, Ain, Zabara, Na'a, Mim, Zabarma, Na'ama, Ya, Zabarya, Zod, Fish,
No,
Note Pezon.
Zod, Nun, Fish, Zun, Yazun, Nun, Fish, Nu, Yazun, Nu, Ya, Zabarya, Ha, Dod, Fish, Hud, Yahud, Dod, Fish, Du, Yahud, Du,
Mashallah. Tabarakallah.
Ha, Jim, Nun, Zabar, Jam, Nun, Zabarna, Jannah, Ta, Tu, Zertin, Jannatin, Dal, Zal, Ra, Zabar, Ra, Zabar, Ra, Ta, Tu, Zertin, Zaratin, Kaf, Wow, Pesh, Ku, Wow, Zabarwa, Kuwa, Ta, Tu, Zertin, Kuwatin, Kaf, Ra, Zabarkar, Ra, Zabarakar, Ta, Tu, Peshtun, Karatun, Sin, Peshu, Sin, ein Peshu, ein Zed, Isu, Ira, Ta, Zabarat, Suilat, why is turn from there?
No, she scrolled it down. So, cough down.
Kaf, Dal, Zabarkad, Dal, Zabarda, Kadda, Da, Zabarmad, Kaddamat, Kaf, Kaf, Nun, Kaf, Kaf, Dal, Zabarkad, Nun, Zabar,
Za
Dal,
zabar.
Dal, Zabarda, Kazza, Bata, Zabarbat, Kazzabat,
Okay. Ira, can you read from here? Can you spell it?
Yes, say bye. 80. What?
Try to spell it. Za wow pezu.
Zawa, Pisu,
Wow zervi.
Mozirvi,
Zubvi.
Zubi,
Jin ta zabarjat.
Timta, Zabarchad,
زوجت.
زوجت.
Can you spell it?
Sin
Mm-hmm.
Pisu
Sin jim pesh su suj.
Jin Pisu
Suj.
Suj
Jin zer ji suji.
Jin Zerji Suji
Rata zabarrat.
Rata Zabarat
Sujirat.
Sujirad
Fa jim pesh fuj.
Rajin Pish Fuj
Jim zer ji
Jin Zerji
fuji.
Fuji
Rata zabarrat.
Raka Zabarad
Rata zabarrat.
Rata Zabarad
Fujirat.
Fujirat
Sin ya pesh sui.
Sinya Pishui
Ya zer yi
Yazeri
suyi.
Shui
Rata zabarrat.
Rata Zabarad
Suyirat.
Suyirad
Ainta pesh ut.
Wenta Pish Ud
Ta zer ti.
Tazerti
Utti.
Uttar
Lam ta zabarlat.
Nanta Zabarad
Uttilat.
Qatilat
Kaf waw pesh ku.
Afa Pish U
Waw zer wi.
Nazervi
Kuwi.
Ui
Rata zabarrat.
Rata Zabarad
Kuwirat.
Yad
Okay. Okay. Ta zabar tat.
Tazabarkat
Ta zabar tat.
Tazabartat
Ta zabar ta.
Tazabarta
Tat ta.
Tata
Lam zer li.
Nazerli
Tat tali.
Tatali
Ain pesh u.
Ein Pish U
Tat taliu.
Tataliu
Ta pesh tu. Ta pesh
Tapish
tu. Ha
Tapish
dal zer had.
Hadal Zerhad
Ha dal zabar had.
Hadal Zabarhad
To had.
Suhad
Dal zer di.
Dazerdi
To haddi.
Sahati
Sa pesh su.
Sapishu
تحدث.
Shahadisu
تحدث.
Suhatisu
نون पेश नो.
Vishnu
यासीन जबर यस.
Yasin Zabariyas
नो यस.
Suyas
सीन जेर सी.
Sinzersi
नो यस सी.
Yasi
रा पेश रू.
Napishu
नो यस सिरू.
Yasu
हा पेश हू. मीम पेश लाम मुल.
Hapishu Mimpishamul
हुमुल.
Humul
बा या जेर बई. बा
Baya
या जबर बई.
Baya Zabarbi
हुमुल बई.
Humul Bay
या जेर यी.
Yazerhi
हुमुल बई.
Humul Bachi
नून जबर ना.
Zabarna
हुमुल बय्यिना.
Humul Bayina
ता पेश तू.
Tapishtu
Humul bayyinatu. Okay. So where is your brother? Is your brother? Okay. Ayat. Ayat, can you read it? Can you read this one?
Yes.
Ayat, can you read this one?
Yeah.
Can you read this one?
Yeah.
Okay, read it.
Alep.
Mm-hmm.
Ta.
Yeah.
Ta. Ta.
Hmm?
Ta.
Yeah, okay, Sa. Okay, this one.
Clean.
Jim.
Ta.
Ha.
Ta.
Ha.
Ha.
Dal.
Dal.
Okay,
Dal.
good.
Jim.
Ra.
Sa. Ra.
Ra.
Sa. Ra.
Za.
Clean.
Sin.
Clean.
Shin.
Clean.
Mm-hmm. Sod.
Yeah, say it loud. Sad. Sad.
Dod. Ta.
Ha.
Ta.
Ha.
Ta. Za.
Ha. Ha.
Ain.
Rain. Rain.
Ghain.
Rain. Yeah, don't there.
Ka.
Ka.
Fa. Qaf.
Ka.
Kaf.
Ta.
Lam.
Lam. Mim yan.
Mim.
Noon. Noon. Say louder, Yad.
What is this?
Noon.
Noon.
Louder. Your biggest voice. Like a noon.
This one.
Ta.
Wow.
Wow.
Ha.
Wow.
Hamza.
Ra.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ya.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good boy.
What? Oh, I wanted to play this game. Which game? Yeah. He passed through it to tell me how it looked. It looked like a red person hanging there, doing nothing in my mind. Oh, in person. Well, we can play it. Yeah. Can you say? Hello. Can you read? Can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Ayad or me?
Ayat, no, it is for Rehma and you. Okay, where were we?
Can I please read?
Chapter number 18. I don't know. We were on chapter number 18 or 19.
I think we were on 19.
We were on 19. Okay. This is chapter number 19. Okay, read it. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Can you read it?
The Muslims were now allowed to return to their homes. When the Quraysh went to the Kaaba to take down the boycott agreement, they found it had been completely eaten away by white ants.
Just a minute, just a minute. I think we didn't read 18. We didn't read 18. No, 19 doesn't start from there. It starts from here. Okay, chapter number 9. Okay.
Islam began to spread around among the tribes. The Quraysh saw that the companions of the Prophet ﷺ had landed in a country where they took security and
Stability.
The Negus had protected those who stuck to Islam. Those who took refuge in his country. Umar sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Hamza sallallahu alaihi wasallam added strength to Islam. The Quraysh saw that Islam continued to spread among the tribes of Arabia. When the Quraysh realized that Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib were determined to protect the Prophet ﷺ and defend him, they met to discuss the situation and reach an unjust decision. They decided not to intermarry with them, trade with them, sit with them, mix with them, enter their houses, just speak to them or show them any kindness until they handed the messenger of Allah over to them so they could kill him. They wrote this in a document and swore to stick to its terms. Then they hung it inside the Kaaba in order to give it authenticity. When the Quraysh did that, Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib gathered around him in his quarters in a narrow valley of Mecca. Both the Muslims and the disbelievers agreed to support their leader, Abu Talib, except Abu Talib's brother, Abu Lahab, who was hostile to Islam from the beginning of the year.
He broke off
relations with his own clan and joined the boycott. The Quraysh were very happy with his decision to join them. The aim of the Quraysh was to force Abu Talib to hand over his nephew to them. The Quraysh had planned to kill the Prophet ﷺ. His boycott was fully enforced against the Prophet ﷺ. His followers and their protectors from Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib, the sheep of Abu Talib, was a rough valley full of rocks and enclosed by hills on all sides. It could only be entered by Mecca through a narrow opening, and the entire clans of Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib were forced to retire with limited supplies of food and necessities. The boycott was strictly applied, and food was so rare that they often had to eat trees. If they found a dry hide, they would roast it and eat it. Their hungry children's cries would be heard all over the valley.
Mm-hmm.
All over the valley.
Mm-hmm.
The Quraysh told the merchants to not to sell them any goods. Prices were increased to prevent them from buying even the essential things. Allah's messenger,
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was in the same condition, but he continued to call his people to Allah night and day, privately and openly. Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib bore this hardship patiently. Some fair-minded people of the Quraysh did not like this boycott. Among them was Hisham ibn Amr ibn
Amr bin Rabia.
He hated this unfair boycott. He contacted some men of the Quraysh whom he knew to be kind-hearted. He told them it was shameful to allow such cruelty to continue. He asked them to abandon the unjust boycott. As a result, a number of people rose in favor of ending the boycott. In the meantime, the Prophet ﷺ told Abu Talib that he was informed by Allah that the document bearing the agreement had been eaten away by white ants except for part bearing the name of Allah. Their banishment from Mecca took place in the beginning in the 7th year of the Prophet's mission. Soon the supplies of food and basic necessities began to run short. The dwellers of Shib had briefed from foraging traders who came to Mecca occasionally to buy fresh supplies. As the days and the months of their confinement dragged along, the wailing of hungry children and women in Shib could be heard in Mecca. Some of the Quraysh, known for their hard-heartedness and cruelty, were well satisfied with the effect of the boycott which they had imposed on the Muslims. Many were moved by pity and sympathy. Many others were impressed by the devotion and courage of the Muslims in the cause of Islam. The boycott lasted for 3 years. The Prophet ﷺ and those with him could only venture outside their place of confinement during the season of pilgrimage. At those times, which were scarce, they could go out and mingle free with their oppressors. They would perhaps get some supplies, either as gifts, which some kind people in Mecca gave them in secret, or by buying them more from foraging merchants. The Muslims were now allowed to return to their homes. When the Quraysh went to the Kaaba to take down the boycott agreement, they found it had been completely eaten away by white ants, except for the portion where the name of Allah was written. The Quraysh determination to enforce the boycott was at last broken. The end of the boycott marked the 10th year of the Prophet's mission. Allah's Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam returned to face new trials and difficulties.
Yeah. Okay. Fill in the blanks. The document was eaten away by the white ants. Okay. Banu Hashim and Banu al-Muttalib were determined to dash the Prophet.
Protect the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Okay. The Quraysh met to discuss the situation and reached to reached on dash decision. Right decision. Okay, they reached to the right decision. Uh, the two tribes that were boycotted. Which two tribes were boycotted? Banu Hashim and Banu Muttalib. Okay, the place where the disbelievers hung the document was Kaaba, inside the Kaaba. The Prophet ﷺ's uncle who supported the boycott. Who was the uncle who supported the boycott? Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab and Abu Jahl. The place where Prophet ﷺ and his companion took refuge during the boycott was Sheb Abi Talib. Sheb Abi Talib. What was decided in Quraysh's meeting? What was decided? That Banu Hashim and Banu Abdul Muttalib should be boycotted by people because they are preaching Islam, a new religion. Okay. Write down 3 decisions the Quraysh wrote down in the documents. Okay, which decisions the Quraysh wrote down in the documents? That they wrote down that what was the
They will not.
what?
They will not sit with them.
Yeah, they will boycott them, and they will not let people meet them or provide any supplies. And boycott was strictly appeared, and food was so rare that they often had to eat tree leaves. Okay, so what is this? Abu Lahab, who was what were the 3 decisions made by the boycott? 3 decisions. Unjust decisions. Just a minute. And the Quraysh realized Banu Hashim and Banu Abdul Muttalib were determined to protect the Prophet ﷺ. Sit with them and document and swore stick to the terms. Banu Hashim and Banu Abdul Muttalib, both Muslims, people agreed to support their leaders. Abu Talib except Abu Talib. Okay, so they were boycotted actually, and that no one will talk to them, no one will provide the food supplies, and no one will give them refuge. These were 3 decisions made. Okay, what difficulties did Muslims go through during the boycott? The lack of food, especially they were eating the leaves of the trees. The lack of food, and also the shelter. There was no shelter, and children were hungry, and animals started to die. Okay, describe the shape of Abu Talib. What was the shape of Abu Talib? It was the rocky mountain, and Muslims took refuge in it. How did some kind of uh, uh, kind-hearted Qurayshis help the Muslims. They were providing the food and supplies. Okay, the kind-hearted Qurayshis were supplying the food and food, but also they tried to stop this boycott. They also helped to stop this boycott. Okay, okay. So this was your lesson for today, and Ira, Ira, can you read Salah? Ira, can you read Salah? Ira,
Yes.
can you read Salah? Do you pray every day? Or at least revise your Salah? At least revise it with your mother. Your Salah every day, you should revise it so that you don't forget it. And at least you should pray one Salah every day so that you don't forget your Salah. Okay?
Okay.
Can you recite? Can you read it so that I can get to know? Allahu Akbar. Subhanak Allahumma. Ira. Okay, Rahma, can you read Salah?
Yes.
Okay.
الله أكبر سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وتبارك اسمك وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد لم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان ربي العظيم سبحان حميدة ربنا لك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى سبحان ربي الأعلى الله أكبر أتيات الله هي الصلوات والطيبات السلام عليك أيها النبي رحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وعلى إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد ربي اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا تبارك دعائي لوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Okay. Ira, can you read dua safar? What is dua safar? Ira? Ira? Are you here?
Yes.
Can you read dua safar? Subhanallazi sakhkhara lana. Ira? Subhanallazi sakhkhara lana.
سبحان الذي سخر لنا
Hadha wa ma kunna.
هذا وما كنا مقيمين إلا إذا كنا منقلبون.
Okay. So, did you memorize the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah?
No.
Amana Rasulu bima unzila.
No.
You did not memorize it? Then memorize it. Try to memorize the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. And do you know Ayatul Kursi? Allahu la ilaha?
Yes.
Okay, can you read it?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Allahu la ilaha.
الله لا إله إلا
Wal hayyul qayyum.
القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Also try to memorize the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, okay? And these are the azkar of Sabah and Masa, all four Qul and Ayatul Kursi and last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. These are the ones you should recite it in the morning and in the evening, okay? Try to revise it and try to recite it in the morning and in the evening, okay? Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamualaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I think you are muted. I think you are muted. Hello, you are muted. Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How's everyone?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Let me check a message. Okay. Let me share the screen.
Okay. We have mashallah Haika doing the homework. Who are you, Abdullah? Salam. Was sent to the people of Nineveh. Nineveh was left bank of the river Tigris, opposite the present city of Horns. Okay. Good. What is because he commanded the whale not to do so? Who is he?
Allah.
So it's better to write Allah, okay? Because these are like unknown pronouns that sometimes you don't know. Besides, when you write he and H is small, then you can't tell who he is, right?
Sorry, when I did capital H, it autocorrected.
Yeah, but always remember, because it's a part of writing as well, right? And you know, the skill for writing is because when you start with the first sentence, you always have to write the name of the person, whoever you. So when it's the beginning of the sentence, you will all say, you see, he. Why do you think the whale did not eat Yunus, right? Because he commanded the whale not to do so. So even in the question, there's no mention of Allah. So do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So the skills of writing, you know, is one of them is don't assume that the teacher or the reader will know. You have to, when you write in a way that you're actually teaching someone. So you have to make yourself very, very clear. So that's because I'm emphasizing, because it will help you in all your writing. And all the grades and all the studies depends on the language of English, whether it's science or social studies, whatever, even math problems, you know. So language is extremely important to communicate. And this is where the students lose mark and they get marks, higher marks. That makes a big difference in language. Okay, that's why English and math are so important subjects, right?
Okay.
So because Allah commanded the whale not to do so. Good, mashallah. Okay. Then we have how many vertices and faces does this have? And 1050. Okay, good. So now we have Rauda. That's 43. Used to get 68. Why 43? Okay. Let's see over here. When his slaves are in need, in hardship, Prophet Yunus was sent to the people of Nineveh. I think the spelling is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spelling is wrong. And the word is over here, you see? Nineveh is over here.
Oh, okay.
So it was easy for you to write the correct answer. Was on the left bank of the river Tigris and present city of. Again, the spelling is incorrect even if it was there, but I think both of you wrote different cities. Hmm? What's the present city?
I just read Nineveh in the chapter.
Nineveh, once, if it's about Nineveh, then it has to be another city which is present, right?
Yeah.
It has to be a separate name. It
I
can't be the
couldn't
same
find
one
it.
because the question is asked. Okay, we'll see, inshallah. I think the pharaoh or idols. Okay, when you write his name was drawn 3 times. So you see, there are 2 lines. So it means that you have to write something, a proper sentence. Yunus alayhi was thrown overboard from the ship. He was thrown because his name was drawn 3 times. Did Allah care for Yunus on the shore by giving him a tree to sit under because it was too sunny? And what about the fruits to eat? What lesson do you learn from the story of Yunus to believe in Allah? Why do you think the whale did not eat Yunus? Allah commanded the whale not to. Okay, very good. So this answer is correct. But your 2 questions, number 1, the city, and the year. What lesson do you learn from the story of Yunus salam? To believe in Allah, and the most important thing, I mean, to believe in Allah is the most important thing, but about the story? We discussed so many times in the class.
Have faith in Allah to because Prophet Yunus believed and had faith in Allah to help him when he was thrown off the ship.
No, the point is, a prophet always believes in Allah. He has faith in Allah. He trusts Allah. He believes in Allah, right? I mean, you can't expect a prophet not to believe in Allah, then how come he's a prophet, right? How come he's a messenger? So when a person has prophecy, the prophecy is that, he believes in Allah. He knows for sure Allah is there, right? Messenger is one who has been commanded to send the message to other people as well. Okay? So what's the story of Yunus alayhi salam? All the prophets say, what's so special about the story of Yunus alayhi salam? Do you think believing in Allah, other prophets did not believe? No. They did, right? So what lesson do you learn from the story? And every one of you answered this question. So we had 4 or 5 answers, we went in very much detail. Is Asma there?
Yes.
Yes, Asma. What did we discuss in the class?
Oh, we discussed to never give up hope and to always not stop helping, not stop worshiping Allah and keep going even if it didn't work the first time.
Excellent, excellent. That's what I was looking for. So the story behind the to believe in Allah, that's correct. Everyone should believe in Allah, or the prophets did, and that's what they preached. But the lesson we learn from the story of Yunus alayhi salam, that never to give up. So he gave up on his people, remember? And that's why the whale swallowed. Allah allowed the whale to swallow, right? But then he asked for forgiveness, and Allah, took him out again. So the lesson, which is so much specific to Yunus alayhi salam, and the reason why he went into the whale was because Allah gives us the message, never ever give up, right? And being a prophet, he has more, being a messenger, he has more responsibility, right? For the people. So the story behind is to never give up on doing your good deeds. Allah always rewards, and you never know when people can change. The story was to never give up, okay? To believe in Allah, correct, and not to give up. To believe in Allah is absolutely correct, okay? To believe in Allah is absolutely correct. And not to give up on his people, not to give up in good deeds. Do you get it, everyone? Rauda?
Yes.
Haika, yeah. Do you understand the complete answer? To believe in Allah and? What lesson do you learn from the story of Yunus alayhi salam? Haika, Rauda?
We learn to never give up and have faith in Allah.
Yes. To believe in Allah, which is correct, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but the specific something specific about the story of Yunus alayhi salam, never to give up. Okay, why do you think the whale did not? Okay, this is correct. And just we have discussed the city. Haika, you wrote the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wrote Morns. I don't know if it's correct or not. I have checked the lesson, but hopefully I think it's correct, right? Haika?
Yeah.
Okay. But Haika, you did not write what lessons you learned from the story of Yunus alayhi salam.
What do you
It's an
mean?
important question because you read the whole lesson, so you have to understand what the lesson you get from it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Haika. What's the lesson you get from the story of Yunus alayhi salam?
That you need to never give up and still have faith in Allah.
Very good, mashallah. Okay. Because it was an important question, that's why I emphasize so much. And that's why last time I even asked you guys to say it everyone separately. The answer, remember? Okay. So in Quran, which ayah are we on? Who's going to tell me?
200 and 67 or maybe.
Okay, nobody remembers. Okay, 246. So we have to do 247.
I literally like reversed it. It was 246. I did 267.
Okay. So we did 246, right? Remember? It was a big one. Where's the translation? Oh my God. I'm having some problems, with this. Even though the translation. Do we have the translation? No.
You turned off the translation.
Yeah, but the paragraph that comes underneath, and we have to do without it now. Can't waste more time. 246. So 246 was a big ayah, and it was about Musa alayhi salam, Bani Israel.
Okay, well, Now we have to do 247.
Yeah, so fighting has been prescribed upon you. That was the main idea on the 246. That fighting has been prescribed upon you because throwing out of the houses of the Muslims and, and that's not acceptable. And then you have to fight back. So that was about 246. Musa alayhi salam. Okay, Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. 247. Who's reading first?
I will.
Go ahead.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وقال لهم نبيهم إن الله قد
Nabiyuhum.
نبيهم إن الله
Nabiyuhum.
أو نبيهم إن الله قد بعث لكم طالوت ملكا قالوا أن يكون له الملك علينا ونحن أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال قال إن الله اصطفاه عليكم وزاده بسطة في العلم والجسم والله يؤتي ملكه يشاء من يشاء والله واسع عليم.
Good, mashallah. Barakallah. Oops.
Did you
Press
stop
the wrong
sharing?
button. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Okay. I was pressing this, and if I press the red one, which is next, it gets closed. Okay. Wa and Qala said, Lahum, la means to, hum means them, Nubiyuhum. Nabi is prophet, and hum is their. Nabiyuhum, their prophet. Inna, indeed, Allah, qad, surely, for sure, ba'sa, raised, lakum, for you, Talut, Malikan, as a king. Qalu, they said, the wow is refers to they. Qalu, they said, Anna, how? Yakunu, can be. Lahu, la, for, who, him. Lahu, for him. Lahul mulk. Al, the, mulk, kingship. Lahul mulku. Alayna, alay, over, na, us. Alayna, over us. Wa, while or and. Nahnu, while we. Nahnu means we. Ahakku, more entitled. Ahak, more deserving, more entitled. Bil mulk. B is for two, and mulk with kingship. Minhu, min is then, who is him. Minhu, then him. Wa and lam, not. Walam and not. Yu'ta has been given, sa'atan, abundance. Min, of, from, and of. Al-mal, al, the, mal, wealth. Qala, he said, Inna, indeed, Allah, illastafahu. Astafa, is chosen. Who? Him. Has chosen him. That's why we will call Mustafa. We will also call Prophet ﷺ Mustafa. Why? Mustafa means the chosen. That's what it means, is the chosen. Astafahu, has chosen, who means him. Alaykum. Alaykum, alay, over, kum, you. Wa, and zada, increased, who, him. Wa zadahu, and increased him. 3 words. Wa zadahu. Yeah. Bastatan. Bastatan, abundantly. Okay. Bastatan, abundantly. Fi, in. Fil ilm. Ilm, al is the, ilm is knowledge, ilm. Wa, and. Al jism, physique. Wal jism, and the physique. Wa, and Allah yu'ti, gives. Mulkahu. Mulk is kingdom, who is his. Mulkahu, his kingdom. Man, whom. Yasha, he wills. Man yasha, whom he wills. Wa, and Allah wasi'un. Wasi'un is encompassing. Alim, all knowing. Wasi'a. Wasi'un, alim. Okay, the translation is not in the text for today. I don't know why. So maybe I can find it somewhere else. You see, I can find it here. Okay. We have to read this then. Allah tells. Go ahead. Who's reading the translation? So there's a little bit of explanation here, but because we're missing the translation, therefore we'll have to read this, okay? Yes, Asma, go ahead.
Okay, and the prophet said to them, Indeed, Allah has appointed Talut, Saul, as a king over you. When the Israelites asked their prophets to appoint a king over them, he appointed Talut, who was then a soldier, but Talut was not a descendant of the house of kings among them, which was exclusively in the offspring of Yahudah, Judah. This is why. They said, how can he be a
How can he be a king over us, right? Meaning, how can he be the king for us? Okay, good.
when we are fitter than him for the kingdom, and he has not been given enough wealth? They said that Talut was also poor and did not have the wealth that justifies him being king. Some people stated that Talut used to bring water to the people, while others stated his profession was dyeing skins. The Jews thus disputed with their prophet while they were supposed to obey him and to say good towards to him. He there he said, the prophet said, Verily, Allah has chosen him above you, meaning Allah chose Talut from amongst you while having better knowledge about him. Their prophet stated, I did not choose Talut, but your king on my own, but Talut to be your king on my own. Rather, Allah has commanded that upon your request. Further, and has increased him abundantly in
There's a
abun-
lot. Okay.
abundantly in knowledge. Where is it?
Okay, give me a second. That's okay. So the main point is Allah also knows those who deserve to be kings and those who do not deserve. Okay? That's the main idea behind it.
Okay. Okay.
I forwarded it. Yeah. So 246, 247. Now we're at 248. Who's reading next? Rauda?
I'm here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Give me 1
وقال
second.
لهم
Yeah.
نبيهم إن آيات ملكه أن يأتيكم التابوت فيه سكينة من ربكم وبقية مما ترك آل موسى وآل هارون تحمله
تحمله تحمله
الملائكة إن في ذلك لآيات لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين.
آية لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين صدق. ما شاء تبارك الله. Okay. And Qala said lahum la to whom them nabiyuhum. Nabiyu prophets whom their nabiyuhum their prophets inna indeed ayata a sign mulkihi. Mulk is kinship and he is his of his kingship and that ya'tikum ya'ti will come to you you will come ya'tiya comes come to you at-tabut al is the and tabut the ark fihi fi in he it fihi 2 words in it sakinatun sakina is tranquility peace min from rabbikum Rabb is Lord and kum is your. Wa baqiyatun. Wa is end. Baqiyatun is a remnant. What is baqi? What is remain? Mimma of what? Taraka left. Al means alu family. Alu Musa family of Musa. Wa and al family Harun of Harun. Tahmiluhu tahmil carry will carry tahmil who is it tahmiluhu will carry it hul malaikatu al means the malaikatu angels inna indeed fi in zalika that la ayatun la the only la over here is for surely aya means a sign surely a sign lakum la is for kum you in if kuntum tum is you kuntum you are mu'minin believers. You have to go over here.
Can I read now?
Translation. You don't want to do the translation?
Can
The
I read
translation
now? I didn't read yet.
Haika?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to read a little bit of translation. And then Prophet said to them, verily the signs of his kingdom is that there should come to you a tabut. Their prophets then proclaimed, the sign of the blessings of Talut's kingdom over you is that Allah will give you back the tabut wooden box that has been taken from you. Okay. Next, 240 and taken for you. And indeed in that are surely signs for you if you are believers. 748, 49. Yes, Haika, go ahead. These are big ones for you too. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولما فصل سهره
فلما
بالجنود قال إن الله مبتليكم بنهر فمن شرب منه فليس
فمن شرب
ومن
منه فليس مني ومن لم
فإنه منا ألا من الزرافة
مني إلا
زؤفة فياري فشارب منه إلا قليلا منهم. Please scroll down. Please scroll down.
بيده. I can't hear Haika.
هذا هو والذين آمنوا معه قالوا لا. Please scroll down. فقدرنا اليوها جبال
يوم بجالوت
قال الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو الله كم من قلة
قليلة غلبت
كثيرة بإذن الله والله مع الصابرين.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Okay, actually the voice was cutting, so I couldn't hear all of it, but let's do the word-to-word translation. Fa means then, lamma when, fasala set out, talut bil junud, B is with the junud forces, bil junud with the forces. Qala he said, inna indeed Allah mubtalikum will test you. Mubtali will test you. Binaharin with a river. B is with, nahar is a river. Faman, so man whoever, shariba drinks, min from who it, falaysa, then laysa he is not, minni from me, waman and whoever, lam does not, yat'amhu, taste who it takes it, فَإِنَّهُ, the 3 words, fa, then, inna, indeed, who, he, فَإِنَّهُ, then indeed he, minni, is from me, minni, from me, illa, except, and man, whoever, manig, tarafa, manig, man is whoever, and manig, tarafa takes, oh, um, hmm, manig, tarafa, or manig, tarafa, oh, sorry. Manig, tarafa, whoever takes, غرفة. غرفة is hollow, like a room. غرفة بيده. بيده, his hands. He is his. بيدي is hands. His hands. فشربوا. Fa is then. شربوا, they drink. منه, min is from. Who is it? إلا, except. قليلا. قليلا is a few. منهم, min is of, whom, them. فلما, fa is then. لما, when. جاوره, he crossed it. huwa, he. والذين, wa, and الذين, those who. آمنوا, believe. معه, with him. مع, with, who is him. قالوا, they said. لا, no. لا, no. طاقة. طاقة is strength. لنا, for us. اليوم, today. بجالوت, against Jalut. وجنوده, and his troops. Wa is and, junud is troops, and who is? He is his. وجنوده, and his troops. قال, said, الذين, those who. يظنون, were certain. أنهم, that they. ملاقو, mulaq is meet. Allah, Allah. Come, how many? Min, of. Fi'atin, a company. Qalilan, small. Ghalabat, overcome. Annahum, that they. Annahum, they. That they. Mulaqu, mulaqu, meet. Allah, Allah. Come, how many? Min, of. Fi'atin, a company. Qalilatin, small. Ghalabat, overcame. Fi'atan, a company. Kasiratan, large. Bi'iznillah, bi'iznillah. Bi means by, izn means permission. Allah, Allah. Bi'iznillah, by the permission of Allah. Wallahu, and Allah. Ma'a is with. As-sabirin. Sabirin, the patient one. Al, the sabirin, patient ones. So Allah is with those who are patient. Let me put a bookmark. Okay. So do you understand what happened here? Anyone wants to tell? Okay, I'll read it fast so you understand. Allah tells, then when Talut set out with the enemy, Allah stated that Talut, the king of the children of Israel, marched forth with his soldiers, and the Israelites who obeyed him. His army was of 80,000. Then according to Al-Saudi, but Allah knows best. Okay, he said verily, meaning he will test you with a river which flowed between Jordan and Palestine. That is the Sharia river, according to Ibn Abbas. Okay. And whoever tastes not, he is of me, except him who takes thereof in the hollow of his hand, meaning that there's no harm in that in this case. Yet they drank thereof, all except a few of them. Whoever took some of it, the river water, in the hollow of his hand, quenched his thirst. So as for those who drank freely from it, their thirst was not quenched. We used to say that the companions of Muhammad ﷺ who accompanied him on the battle of Badr were more than 310, just as many as the soldiers who crossed the river with Talut. Only those who believe crossed the river with him. So when they crossed the river, he and those who believed with him, they said, we have no power this day against Jalut and his hosts. This ayah indicates that the Israelites who remained with the soul, through that they were few in the face of the enemy who were many. So their knowledgeable scholars strengthened their resolve by stating that Allah's promise is true and that triumph comes from Allah alone, not from the large number of the adequacy of the supplies. Is this Haika? Okay.
Saba, it keeps on locking me out.
Who?
I don't know. It just keeps on kicking me out the meeting.
Maybe it's an internet connection. Yeah, nobody is trying to take you out of the class. So I don't know. Anyways, so it's about, it doesn't matter how many people there are in the troop, in the enemy, even if there were less, if Allah wants to help, then they become successful, and Allah is with those who are patient. Okay, mashallah, good. Let's Aisha.
Yes.
Yes, what's your chapter number? Sorry, ayah number?
Let me check. And 101.
You're still at 101?
Oh wait, let me check. 100. Nope, 104.
Yes, 103 we did last time. Surah Maida. So you're right now, you're at 104. Okay, go ahead. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وإذا قيل لهم تعالوا إلى ما أنزل الله وإلى الرسول قالوا حسبنا ما وجدنا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعلمون شيئا ولا يهتدون.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Wa and iza when qila, it is said. Passive voice. Qila. Qila is it is said. Lahum, la to them. Whom is them. Ta'alo. Ta'alo. Ta'alo means come. Ila to ma what. Anzala has revealed Allah wa and ila to illa Rasul the Rasul messenger. Qalu, they said, Hasbuna, hasbu, sufficient, na, for us, sufficient for us, ma, what, wajadna is found, wajada is found, na, we found, wajadna, we found, alayhi, upon it, he is it, alay upon. Aba is our abana, our forefathers. Avalo, even though. Kana, that. Aba'uhum, Abba, forefathers, whom there. La, not. Ya'lamun, knowing. Shay'an, anything. Wala, and not. Yahtadun, they were guided. Okay, let me just check if the translation is short. How is it? Yes, it's not much. Okay, go ahead. Translation, Aisha?
I can read it from my phone because I see it on my phone. The translation.
I can't hear you, Aisha.
I'm saying I can read it from my phone because it's there for me.
Okay, you have it on your device. You can read from here, that's fine because everybody's looking, right?
Okay. And when it is said to them, "Come to what Allah has revealed," and to the messenger, they say, "Enough for us is that which we found our fathers following." Meaning, if they are called to Allah's religion, law, and commandments, and to avoiding what He prohibited, they say, "The ways and practices that we found our fathers and forefathers following are good enough for us." Even
And
though
Allah said, yeah.
even even though our fathers had no knowledge whatsoever and no guidance. That is, even though their fathers did not understand or recognize the truth or find its way. Therefore, who would follow their forefathers except those who are even more ignorant and misguided than they were?
Yeah. Okay. Next. We did 104, so we're 100 and
5. يا
yes.
أيها الذين آمنوا عليكم أنفسكم لا يغركم من
La
ضل
yadurrukum.
لا يضركم من ضل إذا اهتديتم إلى الله مرجعكم جميعا فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Ya ayyuhal, oh you alladhina, those who amanu, believe. Oh you who believe. Alaykum, alay, upon, kum is you. Anfusakum, anfusa, yourselves. Anfusakum is to guard yourselves. Anfusakum, yourselves. La, not. Yadurrukum, will harm you. Yadur, harm, kum, you. Will harm you. Man, who, dalla, have gone astray. Iza, when. Inahtadaytum. Hada is guide. Tum, you have been guided. Illa, to Allah. Marji'ukum, marji is return. Ukum, is your return. Jami'an, all. Fa, then yunabbi is inform you. Kum, you. Then he will inform you. Fa yunabbi'ukum bima, of what kuntum kuntum ta'malun, used to do. Okay, read your translation, Aisha.
Yeah.
Read your translation that you have.
O you who have believed, upon you is responsibility for yourselves. Those who have gone astray will not harm you when you have been guided. To Allah is your return altogether, then He will inform you of what you used to do.
Good. Okay, the big one is next, so we'll do this next time, inshallah. Put a mark over here. Okay, so let's go to Islamic Studies. Oh, forgot to do the grammar. Last time I forgot to do the grammar as well.
I wouldn't. I just love reading, so I want to read
Which
first.
number were we on? Oh, we
200.
want Alif. Sorry. 104. We'll do a smaller
No,
one.
106. It's 106. Oh, no.
No, we did 100 and up till 100 and. Oh, it's Inam, no wonder. Okay, give me 1 second.
You're going to 3. That's 3. 4.
We did up to 105. Okay, 105.
I knew
Let's do
100.
this. Yeah, 106 is where we have to start. Okay, so let's mark the ism, please. Circle the ism.
Circle. Okay. Ism. Is there an ism?
Aisha, Rauda.
I'm green. So ism?
I'm blue.
Yeah.
Wait, is the datum?
One second.
It starts with an alif.
Okay, Allah. Yes.
Is the datum? It starts with an alif.
Tum is attached pronoun. Attached pronoun, attached pronoun, attached pronoun. Okay.
Oh my. There's not that many
Tum
isms
is
actually.
attached pronoun. Alladin. Yeah,
I
Allah.
don't even know where. I don't really see that many. Sister Saba, the annotation is
Yeah.
blocking the translation for Bima Kuntum Ta'malun. Wait, do used to what? Okay, those are not isms. Attached pronoun.
Okay. So many
Um,
isms we have. We have the attached pronouns. We have Allah. Okay. And then now do the fi'l.
very. Well, Sister Saba, whenever I try
Yeah.
to circle something, it just appears on upper and right.
Oh,
It's
ours
every
is doing it
single.
fine. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. So we have hada, hidayat, guidance, guided. Okay. Amala is ta'malun, marji'u.
Wait.
Good. Okay. So now let's do harf. Ila, very good. Iza, good. La, harf nafi. Ila, harf jar. Not
Oh.
allazina. No.
Bima. Oh.
Bima, yes. Right. Is it min is correct? Harf jar. The next word. Bima.
Why can't I?
Yeah. Ma. B is separate. Ma, they're two. B is correct and ma is separate. They're not one word. B is with ma what? Okay. So both are harf. Does not have a complete meaning by itself. Okay. Good. So we've done ism, fi'l, and harf. So let's go to
Alright.
Islamic studies now.
Yes, I want to
Mashallah.
read first. I want to read first.
It remains in your mind to ponder over the words, right?
I want to read first.
Okay. You want to read first? So, mashallah, we did
So we
today.
did.
Okay.
So we did Prophet Yunus's
Prophet.
yeah, last time. Now the best use of time.
The best use of time. Okay, go ahead. Let me make it a
Time.
bigger.
Don't put your mouth on it.
All right. Time is not money or gold. It is life, and it's a limited. A Muslim must appreciate every moment of his life, always strive to make the best use of it. The nature of time. Time is longest, yet it's shortest. Yet if it is the swiftest, yet it is the slowest. All of you neglect it. All of you
Of us,
regret it. Regret it.
all of us.
All of us regret it. Nothing can be done without it. It eats away what is small, it builds up what is great. This is the nature of time. Time is the longest because it lasts forever. It is well, until the day of judgment. It is the shortest because none of us have time to finish life's work. It is the swiftest for those who are happy, the slowest for those who suffer. Life is made of time. Time, therefore, is not gold or money. It is life. It is life. Time lost cannot be recovered. We cannot store it. Time lost is never found. We all have the same supply of time, 24 hours a day, but we use it differently.
Good. Anyone else wants to read? Rauda? Hi, Aisha?
I can read.
Okay.
Allah's Messenger ﷺ said there are two blessings which many people lose: health and leisure time. The Arabic word ghaban,
Gaban.
ghaban, used here as lose, actually means buying something at a far higher price than its actual price, or selling at a far lower price than its actual price, which clearly shows a great loss. This hadith likens the morality responsible person to a trader and likens health and leisure time to capital, the money used for starting a new business. If someone puts his money to good use, he will get excellent returns on it. Otherwise, he will lose it and experience devastation. This hadith also urges us to benefit from our health and leisure time to get closer to Almighty Allah. We should do righteous deeds while enjoying these blessings before we use them. Leisure time is the time where you are not working or doing other duties. Each weekday, you get for 4 or 5 hours of free time. At the weekend, you get another 24 hours or so. Some of your free time will have to be spent doing your homework. So what will you spend your time doing? Do you have enough time to do everything you want? A journey into the self. What do you do with your time? Make a schedule of the things you usually do during the day. Start with the time you get up and end the day when you go to sleep.
So we have here 6 a.m.
Seven.
Okay.
Well,
Tell me
I don't
what
wake.
to do.
I try. I don't. I try not to. I don't want to wake up that early. I most of the time wake up at 9 a.m.
Okay. What
Well,
about
at least I
Haika and Rauda?
Wake up at
Haika, what time do you get up?
6:30.
6:30. Okay. What about Rauda? Rauda, what does it say?
I get up at like 6:50 ish to 7.
Okay, that's good. Not bad. And Aisha?
Well, school days I wake up 7:30.
Okay. So Aisha comes here.
Whenever I would, whenever well, I'm super excited, I would like not sleep because I'm so
And
excited.
Asma gets up at 9 a.m. That's Asma.
Yeah, I try.
Okay.
No, it's like this. I try to wake up at 6 a.m. and then I do pray Fajr, and then I go to sleep and then wake up at 9 a.m.
Okay. So you still get up for Fajr, which
Yeah,
is
I have.
good. Rauda and Haika. Okay, that's good. So we know the timetable of each of one of us. So, but Haika and Rauda don't sleep after Fajr. Okay. And then Asma
It's just.
reads Fajr and goes back to sleep.
Yeah, it's just that I get really, really tired, and I have to take a nap in the daytime.
Okay, study the
Yes.
schedule you have made. Mark with a small circle the hours where you do something that benefits you or others. Look over your activities again. Do you waste a lot of time? So, hold on. Study the schedule, make it where you do something that benefits you or others.
You put
I think we all are in time to do like Fajr. So it benefits
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Do you put off working?
Show your
Do you
work.
put off doing things? The way you use time shows your worth. If you value time, you will be prompt. You will be punctual. Promptness and punctuality affect the success of any activity. If you value time, you will divide your hours in the minutes among your different daily activities. How much of your time do you waste just talking to your friends? How well do you offer your daily obligatory prayers on time? Do you have time for recreation? Do you do this regularly?
Well, actually, we do. Okay, this is kind of like what normally happens. We always, I sleep with my sisters, and we always talk at night. We just, I don't know. Sister chat is
Mm,
always. Uh,
Do you
that's
have a
good, mashallah.
balance of work and your leisure in your time schedule? While you must always strive to make the best of your time, you must aim for excellence. Excellence is everything in every no excellence in everything you do. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has prescribed ihsan, excellence,
Proficiency.
proficiency in all
Yeah.
things. It is therefore necessary that everyone must spend some time at the beginning of the week planning in detail the exact schedule of the week. You must realize that the Quran and Hadith can be fully memorized, books can be read, books can be written, and examination can be passed by the proper use of time. Time could be spent for self-development. Plan your day each morning by writing down the things you do. Check them off as they are done. Muslims begin his day with salah and ends it with salah. These two salahs are called Salatul Fajr and Salatul Isha. Our time is our capital, so we must use it wisely. According to the teachings of our religion, to lead a happy life in this world and eternal bliss in the hereafter.
Very good, mashallah. Okay. So time is an important topic
oh
and
yeah,
how we make best use of time. Okay.
really
There are
screen.
two blessings which people lose.
Oh, health and what was the last one?
Leisure, I think.
Leisure time. Health and leisure time.
Very good, Haika. Very good, Haika. Okay.
Oh, we must use our
Use
time
our time.
Wisely.
to lead a happy
Very
life
good.
in this world, and and
In the world and something bliss in the hereafter.
What does
what's
bliss
bliss?
mean?
What does bliss mean?
Blessing. Like
Blessing.
blessing.
And good blessings in the hereafter?
And good blessings in the
Yeah, it seems that way. Or we could check from the text.
Muslim
do the last
begins a
one, check.
day with Salatul Fajr and ends it with the Salatul Isha.
Very good. Begins with Salatul Fajr and ends with Salatul Isha.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
My sisters are.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
so we would be happy in the world and something in the
All right.
we must use our time wisely. I think I remember reading this somewhere. Let me just check the text. On time is also, we must use it wisely according to teaching to lead a happy life in this world and eternal bliss in the hereafter. You see it here, everyone?
Yeah.
Is our capital, and so we must use it wisely. That's one answer. According to the teachings of our religion, to lead a happy life in this world and to lead a happy life in
Eternal
this world.
bliss.
Very good. So I'm going to mark this for. Okay, now we have more questions. How is time the shortest and the longest?
Time is the shortest
very, very
for
long
like the
because it like
wealthy and
lasts
like
forever.
the thing
and
and the
it's
people
very,
that
very
get
short.
everything they want. And time is the longest if people like that are poor and
Okay.
like they don't have any money.
Wait, I'm trying.
Yeah. Very good. So the time is short if you are.
No, I know the answer. How is time
Okay.
shortest and longest? The time is the longest when someone is happy and enjoying their day, but the time is the shortest when someone is suffering.
No, you said it opposite. It's the longest when someone is suffering. Okay. And it's short when you're having a happy time. So when you're having happy time, the time runs fast, you know?
Because you
yeah.
don't want it to end, and it feels like
It's short. And when people are in pain, you know, it looks like it's going on and on for you know, they lose,
forever because you're just
lose
waiting and
patience.
anticipating.
Yeah, and it seems very, very long. If you're waiting for something, for example,
But it's
if you're waiting
actually
for
the
something,
same amount of time. It just seems long and seems short.
yeah, if you're waiting for something, it looks so long. Okay? Do you understand, everyone?
Yep.
What
1 minute
is
takes
leisure?
like 1 hour if you're bored.
What is leisure?
I don't know actually. I was about to ask that. What is leisure?
Aha, Aisha? Aisha, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. What is leisure?
I think it's like free time, like spare time that you have. That's what leisure means.
Yes. Spare time or free time. So this is the time you do what you like doing, your hobbies, your recreational, your arts and craft, you know, when you're having fun. That's leisure time. You have job time, work time, and leisure time on the day. Good. What beneficial things can you do to better use your time?
Wait, I want to answer this one.
Okay, one
You
point.
can work, you can pray, you can do actions of Allah. You can spend your time exercising. You can like help your body.
Okay. Now, who's going to add more? Rauda.
Eat healthy.
You can read
Healthy?
Quran.
You can sleep. Very beneficial to sleep.
You can read Quran.
But not too much.
Anything else?
What about it? Make duas.
Help others.
You can
Help
Make
others.
duas.
clean,
Do fasting.
clean
Make
yourself.
duas.
In your
Clean the house, clean yourself. Help others. Help your parents with household chores.
Clean others.
Help your family friends. Yes.
Play toys.
And what else?
Play toys with your little sister.
Oh, yeah. That's also helping. Taking care of your siblings is also helping them. And when you take care of them, you play with them. So what happens? So your parents can get more work done if you have tiny small siblings to take care of. So that's babysitting or playing with your siblings. That's also helping. Very good.
All right. Wait. Is that the last question?
That's the last question.
Oh nope. We have one.
Okay.
We have
Write
one
down
last
a
one. Write
my
down
life.
a day in my life. Start from the
Start
time you
from the
get
time
up
you get up
to the
to the
time you
time
go to
you go to
bed.
bed. Okay. So write down a day in my life. So I want everyone to do this, okay?
Well, I do have like another class in my day where where it's kind of like this one because we do
Okay, I'm not
study
going
the
to ask you right
Quran.
now because we're running out of time. Okay, but I want everyone to write, and inshallah, you know how there's show and tell. We're going to read in the class
Yeah.
next week. So I want you to plan your writing because you see how many lines there should be? Approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everyone,
You can
Haika,
make
Rab,
14 by halving it up. You can make like 14.
I want one full paragraph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, approximately 7 sentences, 8 sentences. You can write up till 10. Okay.
You can write up
And
till 14.
I want you guys to read in the class. Okay. How you spend your day.
Like a
And you have to,
presentation.
yes, it's a presentation. And I would like you to mention those things which are useful for our benefit for others, right? And yourself, and what are good things you do. So it starts your day from the Fajr Salah, and it should end at the Isha Salah, and something like you do in the morning, something you do in the
Miss
afternoon, or
Saba.
after Asr, after Dhuhr.
Miss
Yes,
Saba. What if
yes.
you brush your teeth before you do Fajr?
Who does that? You?
Yeah, I brush my teeth before I do Fajr.
Okay. So now you have to, yes, you can write whatever you like. So
Wake
before
up before
Fajr,
Fajr. Because
yeah,
you
since
can't.
you write everything that you do. So up to 10 points, you can, whatever you can, and everyone's going to, so make sure, I want you to think down and then shall uh, yeah.
All right, so now we'll do IXL and then Bluekin.
wait, what?
Okay.
Were we supposed to make a presentation? Wait, what were you talking about? I missed it.
Oh, we have to make a presentation of our schedule and how we use our time.
For the whole day.
Yeah, from Fajr till Isha.
Wow.
And going to
Okay.
sleep and brushing my teeth after Aksha
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes I
So
really
you're
like
supposed
making
to-
my bed before I go to sleep, and then in the morning it's just everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to share your screen. It can be nicely done. You can put pictures if you like. And so now you can think the whole week what you want to mention or what you want to share with the class. Okay. So you can do a nice presentation. You'll be sharing the screen and telling what you do from Fajr till Isha. Because when you're in a class and when you, like especially us, when a small group of class, what happens is that everyone wants to know about the other person. So we have the presentation. The homework has been posted. Okay. And we do IXL. Inshallah. Okay. So we have, excuse me, what grade is that? Okay, that's fine.
This time.
How do you write this number using digits? It's
Wait,
an easy
we did
question
this
for you.
before.
Yeah, but
We did this
whenever
one
we
last
do
time.
it, then yeah, but you see, the topic is different. Like we get a star, we get a medal when we finish the topic. So this is the next topic. Okay, let's finish it quickly so we don't run out of time. It's very, very easy.
Okay,
Tell me the digits.
so 88, put 88 on there. 1,725. 725.
Okay, if it's wrong, you can tell me, anyone. Everyone has to be,
Submit.
looking what's going on.
Submit. I think it's correct. Yes.
I could, sometimes choose the wrong
94,008.
number.
Okay. Put 94.
Take turns. Whose turn is it now?
9408.
Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh, it was 2
Oh
0.
no, you guys. 2
Hey,
0.
I don't want to do this topic. Can we please do another topic?
Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Don't you think you can do it in 5 minutes?
No.
If we do it, we have more time to brain pop and to do some other activity.
No. Let's do a harder one.
Haika and Rauda, what do you
Wait,
want to
let
do?
me see. It's 12:23. We won't have enough time to do blankets.
Haika and Rauda, I can't hear you. Which one do you want to do, Aisha?
Any harder one, whatever.
See, if we finish this one, then we have other topics and then we can go to different topics.
Okay, wait, multiplication.
Yeah, let's do some
Wait, I
multiple.
kind of want to do division.
Okay, let's do division.
Okay.
Division.
We
That's
can do an
10.
easier one from division. It's fine.
Okay.
3 divided by 3. 1.
It's 1. This is going to be so easy. Well,
This will be so incredibly easy.
6. Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Haika,
Haika,
I want you to tell this.
0.5.
Oh, Haika's in the I manager.
Okay.
Oh, you admitted her?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Haika.
No.
What's the answer?
What's
What are we
the answer?
supposed to
1 divided by
do?
2.
2. Very good. Okay, next.
7
Rauda.
7 divided by 70. 10.
10.
Yes, Aisha.
7.
Haika's turn, then
Okay.
my turn, right? Yeah. Haika, it's your turn.
Okay. The
Haika.
question is 10 divided to 1 equals 10.
Good job, Haika.
My turn.
Next.
6.
Good job. Haika.
Aisha.
Okay.
Aisha.
2 divided by 2 is 1.
Oh, good. Awesome. Haika.
Asma. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Okay. Kind of getting it wrong. Okay, Asma, who's Rauda? Whose turn is it?
Haika.
Yes, Haika.
So easy.
Haika.
Haika keeps. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Miss Saba, the internet's so bad it keeps on kicking me out.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Did you just get kicked out again?
20 divided by 10 is 2.
My turn after this. Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Aisha, is it her turn? Aisha's turn?
My turn.
It's 63.
Yeah.
Well done.
Aisha's turn.
4 divided by 1 is 4.
4.
9. No, not. Yeah, 9.
Then it's Haika's turn.
2
Yes,
divided by
Haika?
12 is 2 4s. 6.
Correct.
My turn. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. 48.
Is it my turn?
Asma, your turn? Yes, Asma. What's the answer?
She's on mute.
Asma, you're on mute.
Oh, 3.
Haika, your turn.
72 divided by 9. 8. 8.
Good job.
My turn. I always get these types. 48.
Five divided by 1 is 5.
Good job. Challenge zone.
7.
Haika.
7.
Good job. Rauda.
10.
Good. Almost there.
My turn?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me think. 8. No. It's 9 times 9. 81.
So if you multiply both
81
of them
divided by 9.
together, yeah,
81.
good. 81. Next, almost one left. Who's going to be the winner?
Me.
Kenneth. Okay.
7.
Wow. Excellent.
I am going to answer this question. 5.
5 10s of 50. Submit. That's right. Very good. Time spent 6 minutes. 24 out of
Well,
24. No
exactly
mistake.
6 minutes.
Exactly 6
Mashallah.
minutes.
Very good. Very good.
24 out of
It's just a
24
practice of
questions
it.
correct and 100. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
what about okay.
Let's see the topic. If you like
I want
it,
to do
we could do that.
science.
Let me see what happened. Okay, give me 1 second. I have to go and enable original sound. I'm sorry, over here. What do we have over here? Okay. I go here and I go to original sound, and then I go back and play.
Tim's log, March 20th. Still here on this tiny island at the equator, located at 0 degrees latitude. The time-lapse camera I set up this morning is recording the sun's path across the sky. Cassie and Rita are doing the same thing at 40 degrees north latitude. And Moby's hanging out at 90 degrees latitude at the North Pole. All this to answer a letter. Dear Tim and Moby, what do solstices and equinoxes have to do with the seasons? From Abby. The 4 seasons are caused by the tilt of the Earth as the planet orbits the sun. This tilt makes sunlight hit the northern and southern hemispheres at different angles during Earth's year-long journey around the sun, causing the changes in temperature and amount of daylight that define the seasons. 4 times a year, Earth reaches special points in its orbit where its axis of rotation lines up perfectly with the sun to produce some really cool effects. And today is one of those times. In the northern hemisphere, March 20th or 21st is the vernal equinox, the first day of spring. Right now, the Earth's axis is perpendicular to the sun's rays. Both hemispheres are the same distance from the sun, which means they're both receiving the same amount of sunlight. This will happen again in 6 months, around September 22nd or 23rd, at the northern hemisphere's autumnal equinox, the first day of fall. Good point, Moby. When it's the vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere, it's the autumnal equinox in the southern hemisphere, and vice versa. In other words, the seasons are opposite in the northern and southern hemispheres. During an equinox, the sun looks like it's moving directly over the equator. Here at the equator, the sun rises straight up in the east, reaches the zenith, the highest point directly overhead, and sets straight down to the west. As you go farther north, the sun's arc is lower in the sky. And way up at the pole, the arc is pretty much flat on the horizon. Except for the poles, every place on Earth gets almost exactly 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, which explains the word equinox. It comes from the Latin words equus, meaning equal, and nox, meaning night. After the vernal equinox, the northern hemisphere points more and more toward the sun. From where Cassie and Rita are camped out, the sun's arcs get longer and higher, which gives us hotter days and more daylight. About 3 months from now, on June 21st or 22nd, we'll have the longest day of all in terms of sunlight, the summer solstice. That's when the northern hemisphere is pointed almost directly at the sun. It's the first day of summer, and the farthest north the sun rises and sets during the year. After that, the sun will start rising and setting more and more to the south. The days get less and less daylight, and as we pass the autumnal equinox, colder. Finally, on December 21st or 22nd, we'll have the day with the least amount of sunlight, the winter solstice, where the northern hemisphere is pointed as far away from the sun as it can get. This is the first day of winter, and the farthest south the sun will rise and set. Where Cassie and Rita are at, summer daylight can be as long as 16 hours, while winter daylight can be as short as 8 hours. Here at the equator, where the tilt of Earth's axis doesn't affect the sun's path as much, daylight stays pretty close to 12 hours all year round. But the tilt has a huge effect at the poles. The pole facing the sun gets 6 straight months of daylight, while the pole facing away from the sun gets 6 straight months of darkness. Oh, the word solstice comes from the Latin word sol, meaning sun, and sistere, meaning to stand still. Throughout the year, the sun's path through the sky keeps shifting either north or south right up until the solstices, where it seems to stand still for a moment before shifting back in the opposite direction. Yeah, humans have paid attention to this stuff for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations timed their farming and hunting to the changing seasons. That's why solstices and equinoxes became important dates for celebrations and holidays in so many cultures. It's about 1 equinox and 2 solstices too early for that one.
So what was the name of the movie?
Solstice and equinox.
Solstice and equinox. I want to do the test. All right. How does the tilt of the Earth axis affect the length of the days? It affects the length of the sun's path across the sky. When an asteroid is tilted away, sun.
I think it's D.
It's the A. I think it's A.
How
D.
does the tilt of the Earth axis? D. Everyone saying D? No.
It's A. I knew it.
Correct.
In Australia, which day falls closest to January 1st? Autumnal equinox. Autumn equinox. I think it's B.
D? No.
Oh.
So in
Okay,
Australia,
so
what
it's not
happens?
C.
in
Wait,
summer
no.
and winter?
C. C.
Are you sure? I think it's C. Oh, it's C.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Correct. Okay.
The Latin
next.
word nox was originally the name of a goddess. From what Tim says in the movie, what can you infer about this? It's A.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Was
A.
the goddess of night. Correct.
On
What
June
happens in June
21st,
21st?
which of the following areas experienced the longest day?
C.
C.
No.
A.
No.
Mm,
D.
Why D?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Anyone else?
mm,
Nope.
It's B.
D.
It has to be B. A is not it. C is not it. D is not
It
it.
has
It has
to
to be B.
be. It's tilted towards the sun. That's why.
How does the sun stand
And that was
still
away
at
from
the
the sun.
solstice
But
as
towards
the
the sun, they have 6 months
origin
of
of the word
sunlight.
suggests? C. I think it's C.
Anyone else? Stand still in the at solstice.
It's not
yeah,
A. It's not
maybe
B. It's not
C.
C. It has
Yeah,
to be
I'll
C.
try to-
It's not B.
Correct. C is correct.
All right. Why is summer warmer than winter? During summer, the entire planet is closer to the sun.
Day.
No, wait, no, that does not the entire planet. It's only an area of the
A.
A. Correct.
yeah. Can't be.
Following image
The
represents midnight.
following
What can you
image
conclude
represents
about where and
midnight.
when it's
What
taken?
can you conclude about where and when it was taken? June 21st, near the North Pole, maybe.
So one thing is certain, that represents midnight. If there's sun in the midnight, where can we find sun at midnight?
In the equator, I think. Near the equator.
Equator is the middle.
B.
Equator, yes, in the
I think
equator
it's B.
we have equinox, equal days and night, approximately 12 hours day, 12 hours night. That's the equator. In the North Poles, there's 6 months of sunlight and 6 months of darkness. So it has to be equator. One thing is,
It has to be B.
pole. Okay.
I don't know really what it is.
Told you guys.
So was
Good.
C.
It
Anyways,
can't be equator. It
unlike.
has to be the pole.
Oh wait, no, I want to answer this question.
D.
Poles, where the length of each day changes.
D is the answer.
Consistent.
Long. Consistent D.
Correct. Very good.
Told ya.
Very good, Haika.
Yay.
Oh, I know B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah, I think it's B.
Very good. What happens after the vernal equinox?
A.
They get longer.
A.
A. The days get longer. Congratulations.
You got 7
Very
out of
good.
10. That's a 70% of score. Enter your name.
Okay, so that's good. Now, we have time. I tried to do it quickly. So you get time to do the activity.
We can play Blue Kid.
I don't like blue kid.
You don't? You want? I have to log out. What do you want to do?
Nothing.
There's other activities there as well.
No.
What are you talking about? I didn't wear your hat. That's not my hair. Okay, you got me. Dear Tim and Moby, do all animals have DNA? From Kevin. Yes, they do, Kevin. So do all plants, fungi, algae, and bacteria. Dinosaurs and other extinct life forms had DNA too. It's the basis for all life on Earth. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It's a complex molecule that kind of looks like a spiral staircase. This double helix shape forms into long strings. In humans and other multicellular life, DNA is unique to each individual, kind of like a fingerprint. One copy contains the complete instructions for building an organism. It's long, stretched all the way out. A single set of human DNA is over 6 feet, and there's an identical copy inside the nucleus of nearly every cell in the body. Well, you can think of cells as miniature factories. But instead of cars or cell phones, these factories build proteins. That's the all-purpose construction material for life. Proteins can be molded to do just about anything. DNA tells your cells which proteins to build and how to build them. It tells cells in your eyes to form out of crystallins. These transparent proteins let light shine through so you can see. DNA tells your red blood cells to build a protein called hemoglobin. It captures oxygen as blood passes through the lungs. Crystallins, hemoglobin, and other proteins are precision machines. They're made of hundreds, sometimes thousands of tiny parts. If just one of those parts gets messed up, the protein may not work. Human DNA holds instructions for building thousands of different proteins, used in more than 200 kinds of cell, forming dozens of different tissues, which all come together to make you. All of this information is stored within an incredibly simple code. It's built into DNA's structure in molecules we call bases. There are 4 different bases, and they stick together like puzzle pieces, always in the same pairs. They are cytosine, guanine, adenine, and thymine. You can think of bases as words in a special kind of language. They can be arranged into millions of different sequences, like sentences that spell out instructions for building any kind of protein. A section of DNA that codes for a single protein is called a gene. The average gene is thousands of base pairs long, and humans have more than 20,000 genes. But these protein coding sections represent only a tiny fraction of our complete DNA. The function of the rest, the non-coding DNA, is not entirely understood. To fit neatly inside a cell, the DNA spiral is wound into a coil, which is wound into an even bigger coil, which is wound into a structure called a chromosome. Up close, it looks like a big tangle, but it's actually precisely organized. This strong, flexible configuration keeps our personal info safe. Yeah, chromosomes come in pairs because of how we reproduce. In each of our 23 pairs, one's from the mother and the other's from the father. Each of those is a shuffled up version of the corresponding pair in your parents. So even though all your genes come from your parents, your chromosomes are unique. That's why family members tend to look similar, but have lots of differences too. Eye color, hair type, and facial features are genetic traits. You inherit them in the genes you get from your parents. The number of chromosomes differs by species, kind of randomly. Humans have 46. Lobsters have 100. Corn has 20. Researchers have mapped the human genome, the complete sequence for human DNA. Comparing our genes to those of other life forms, we've discovered a lot in common. Humans share 96% of the same genes as chimpanzees, which isn't too surprising. But we also share 85% with mice, 60% with fruit flies, and 50% with bananas. We even have genes in common with bacteria and other single-celled life. This supports what Charles Darwin proposed in his theory of evolution more than 150 years ago. All life on Earth is connected and likely traces back to a single ancestor. Yeah, some of the technology that come out of all this is pretty crazy, like gene therapy, manipulating our DNA to cure diseases. That can mean turning a defective gene off, swapping a healthy gene in its place, or adding entirely new genes into our DNA. Scientists have been doing that for decades with crops. They can insert specific genes into plants to get better traits, like bigger apples or tomatoes that can grow in colder weather. The results are called genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. Some worry about the damage they might cause to the environment. Like if GMO crops crossbred with plants in nearby fields. That could have unpredictable results. Gene therapy may carry similar risks to our own health. There's still so much we don't understand about DNA, so we need to be careful with these new technologies. Hey, let's see who this curly blonde hair belongs to. It's gonna say Tim every time, isn't it?
Yeah, that was fun. Okay. Do you like the movie?
Yeah, can we do another one, but no quiz?
Another one? Let me see the time.
No, I won't look at.
Mm.
Do bacteria. Wait, do cats. Do cats. No, do cats.
Not every. No, cast is not. It's some movies are not available.
I saw the
Yeah.
cats.
Yeah, I can see, but you see how it says you have to log in or subscribe, so you can't see those ones. Some you can, some you can't. Yeah. So you have to see the movie of the day. Yeah, it's hard to find. I don't know how I found that. Yeah, I can't find. We just gave one movie away. Anyway, so we've done for today's movie, right? Let me see one more.
It's gonna say Tim every time, isn't it?
Let me finish that. Yeah. Yeah, so that topic was over there. So that's good. This is done. And we don't have any other movies there. So inshallah, do your homework and we'll see you next week, inshallah. Okay? Take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.